bothers me about the Caitlin Clark is just that why do people act like she's not a white American? Like that doesn't matter. I just don't understand why people just ignore that. You cannot skip over that. As much as we try to act like we can and can't, act like we're just, oh, why does she have her own sneaker deal and this girl doesn't? Why is she getting all this money? She's a great player, super great, and she's white and she's from middle America. That matters. She's a pure white middle America, yo. That matters. I know we had a couple presidents and mayors and rallies and Black Lives Matters and all this shit. White
but
America.
She fits the bill.
Yes, bro. I don't know.
She's white and she got the perfect mold right here.
Right.
So here we go again, back with another one. Welcome to the Dark Times channel. And so let's go ahead and dive right in. As we all know, the WNBA season is set to kick off here tomorrow. And lo and behold, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever have a game on ESPN2. So pretty much prime time. They got a prime time slot at 6:30 versus the Sun. And a lot of people are looking forward to it and people are talking about it. And rightfully so. Caitlin Clark is a very talented individual. You know, people are wondering why. Why all of a sudden is there this hysteria over a women's basketball player like there's never been? And recently, Miss A'ja Wilson sat down for an interview, and she had this to say. She said, I think it's a huge thing. I think a lot of people may say it's not about black and white, but to me, it is. Wilson said, it really is, because you can be top-notch at what you are as a black woman, but yet maybe that's something that people don't want to see. They don't see it as marketable. So it doesn't matter how hard you work. It doesn't matter what we all do as black women. We're still going to be swept underneath the rug. That's why it boils my blood when people say it's not about race, because it is. And I 100% agree with A'ja Wilson, but at the same time, I don't see anything wrong with it. And this is where a lot of people in the comment section will go back and forth, talking about it's not about race, and you're always playing the race card and this and that. And when people say stuff like that, when they dismiss it like that, it makes me want to dismiss everything that they say after that, because they're being disingenuous. Now, a better argument and a genuine argument would be that, yeah, it's about race. But you know what? It is what it is. It doesn't matter. Now, that's an argument that I can dig. I can understand that argument, because that's the reality of it. Whether you want to accept it or not, that's the reality. You know, for people on the other side of the aisle to just cover their ears like children and pretend we're all just making it up and we're not seeing what we're seeing, it's childish. It's a childish argument. Things can be about race, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be a problem. Now, A'ja Wilson didn't say it was a problem. She said it boils her blood when people say it's not about race. And I can understand that. I can relate to that. It's almost a slap in the face for people to tell us it's not about race when we can see it for what it is. Who doesn't want to see an individual that looks like them succeed? On a subconscious level, on a conscious level. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody needs a model. Everybody wants a model. Everybody wants a hero. And everybody wants that hero to look like them, to be able to relate to them. Whether it's from Middle America, Iowa, whether it's Lily White, it makes no difference. That's the reality. And the article goes on to say, Clark's endorsement deal with Nike after the WNBA draft sparked questions about why she received one with no professional experience, and Wilson did not get one, despite players like Breanna Stewart and Elena Donna receiving a deal. Nike announced Saturday she was getting a signature shoe. Wilson also signed an endorsement deal with Gatorade. Wilson made the comments to AP before the deals were announced. And so I did a video the other day in regards to Nike finally dropping a shoe and giving A'ja Wilson a signature shoe. After being the MVP of the WNBA, after being the two-time Defensive Player of the Year in the WNBA, two-time WNBA champion, she had all the accolades. Because truth be told, race and sports in America go hand in hand. America was founded on race. It was built off of the idea that race mattered. It was cultivated off of the idea that race mattered. And so it's never gone anywhere. It's never went anywhere. And so for people to sit here and act like if we don't talk about race, it'll just go away. And I think that's a ridiculous thing to think. That's almost like saying if you don't talk about your cancer, it's just going to go away. And so I'm with Asia Wilson all the way on this one. Not to say that it doesn't matter and that people don't have a right to feel the way they do about Caitlin Clark and all the hysteria and everything else, because they do. It's their prerogative to want to identify with who they want to identify with. It's almost like a certain group of people can't take that simple fact. And by admitting that, they have a biasness when it comes to other things as well, like hiring, the criminal justice system. Because if you admit one biasness, now you have to admit them all. And I think at the heart of the matter, that's what it comes down to. That's why people have a hard time accepting that there's a biasness when it comes to sports and race in particular. And it's okay, it is what it is, at least when it comes to entertainment. No harm, no foul. But that's all I had on this one. Make sure you guys go ahead and drop a comment in the section. And as usual, peace and chaos.